Hello and welcome to the Living World of Darkness, Changeling the Dreaming Venue. Sorry I hit start and go without giving you guys the warning. Um, today's scene takes place, well, it'll take place in many places, but right now, William is getting a text message from Vanessa telling him that she's ready to lead them to the dreaming for their quest. If he could meet her at the library.
He will say, "Should I invite everybody to library, or would you like to start from um the what was the name of that place? Free Hair."
Um, Text will come back. No, please bring everybody to the library.
And then William will gather people,
Mhm.
whoever wants to help in this situation, and then he will go to library.
The library is the former library of Dessa that has been upgraded with more books and more information, better lighting, less dust. The librarian who tends to it is this young lady here, Vanessa, who will greet you at the entrance of her library, which she generally keeps closed to just walkers in these days. Welcome, welcome. If you'll follow me back, we can get started.
Hi, Vanessa. Thanks. And she'll look down at her buddy and just whose head is probably popping out of the bag that she's carrying her in right now. And just be like, "I'll keep her in here."
Yes, it's probably best that she doesn't eat any of the books.
Exactly, I understand.
And she'll give like a nod to the faces she hasn't seen before.
This is Charles, Sir Charles of Fausteron. This is Squire Christian, and this is Councilwoman Amber. I brought all the important people.
Curtsies.
And Vanessa will give respectful nods to everybody and bows where appropriate to rank. If you would please just follow me towards the back of the library. And she'll lead back. It's not a vast library, but it does get darker the further back she leads you into the library. And there's a table set out with a very old book on it. The text on the book is in a language long dead. And she opens it and begins to look for something before she picks up her head and says, "Is everybody ready to go now, or does anybody need to prepare for the journey ahead?"
Misha will be like, "I have water and some snacks, with me," as she kind of pats her bag that she usually has with her. She added some like granola bars and stuff. But I don't know how long that will last for everybody necessarily. I also have some like fruit and vegetables for Inaba, depending how long we're gone.
Don't worry. And Amber will gesture to her bag as well because she is a mom friend as well.
Misha's just per plans. She is planner.
I have what resources I feel are going to be necessary for this particular endeavor.
It's basically you're trying to find a mother, a crone, and a maiden.
Okay.
To get their blessing for the fight against the renters.
Well, to get their items in your fight against the Ranters.
Blessing items, yeah.
And she nods and she begins to read this incantation out loud. And as she does, the book seems to glow and grow until a passage opens up. And she'll step forward and beckon you to follow into the passage. And we should get started.
Vanessa, are you going to lead this?
To the best of my ability, yes.
Would you prefer choosing a second for this?
I assume that you and anybody else who are capable of defending would possibly take second.
You assumed right. Yes, I take the second.
And she nods. And continues to gesture into the trod.
As William looks back at the individuals, anybody has a problem with that? Not
By all
intimidating.
means, William, please be the second.
I have many problems with that, yes.
No problem.
I've always found third to be the appropriate place to be as she walks in.
Yeah, William is like
I'm-
walking.
I'm a fan of the rear.
If he
God damn it. Anyway.
What did you expect?
if we see any giants or stupid creatures that we need to we have to fight.
At the
Just
moment,
something-
you just wait. What? No, you're right now. All you're seeing is the silver path, and it seems relatively clear at the moment.
William just says, like, if you see anything, I will be the guy who takes the bulk of the hits, and you guys go from the rear to just do a bunch of stuff that you guys want to do. I don't know how.
I guess that makes me a fan of the rear too.
Christian sidles up to Cararis, gives him a nod, and if possible, leads his horse also down the trod.
I don't know if you can fit that horse in the library, but you never know.
That's why I
I'm
said
not gonna-
if possible.
I'm not going to fight a horse at the moment. Whatevs. This
We
is
are
a
going into the
dreaming
dreaming now.
adventure. You are magical creatures. It's a magic
Bring
horse.
the horses.
As long as the
Hold
horse
that
doesn't
horse
crack
out of
in
my
the
pocket.
You know what? William is also gonna start like when he enters dreaming, he will actually hop on Kelgar.
Right.
All right, and as everybody heads into the trot, everyone roll me perception alertness.
Can someone do that for me? It's
Yeah.
This roll that I can't botch.
Is this what sense based is this?
Hearing.
Excellent.
I got 2 successes.
I got 3.
All right.
Two.
Okay.
Even with increased stuff, just one.
Okay. And how many dice for Charles?
8 dice.
Okay.
If that's hearing related, acute hearing, but if it's just dip 6, then 2 successes.
I
Good
think
gravy.
acute
Charles hears all the things.
I am. No, I'm coming home. The home I have to leave.
You hear coming from behind you what seems to be your voices.
Mhm.
Some of the voices are insisting you must do your best to actually leave. But then it all fades away as the trod you're entering closes behind you. So
William just looks back Doesn't get anything. What's this? What's going on?
Vanessa also seems confused.
With fearless levity, Christian looks around at, I guess, hearing something at least. Well, most ominous.
I'm sorry, Carol. You broke up a little bit. I'm not sure what happened or what was
You
said.
heard the party that you are currently with. You heard conversation and maybe perhaps even slight commotion, insisting that you must try your hardest to leave. And then the trod that you're entering closed behind you.
Yeah, screw that shit. Let's go.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
That's what Misha's. That's literally what she said. Yeah, screw that shit.
So
that is the Wilder in her coming out.
William just like points at Kelgar's back. Anybody wants to hop on? Lifetime opportunity.
Christian smirks at that, looks over at Carraris and makes the same offer. What say you, sir? Would you ride double?
Well, you did offer to give me horse riding lessons, so what a time to start. So Charles will take his hand to get on the horse.
He reaches down to help you up and chuckles a little bit under his breath.
Misha will just be like, I'm all right. Thanks.
Amber will be like, yes, and attempt to get on William's back.
William will like extend a hand and like get her up with his like strength 5.
Excellent.
By any chance, did you bring any of those butterflies with you?
Oh, right. I should probably hand those out.
I have my set, but I have both parts actually. But
yeah. So once she's on William's back and can get up a little bit higher, she's going to hand, like just sort of without saying anything, be like, "Here, this is for you," and hand a set to Charles and a set to Christian.
So they're like butterfly pins or something.
They come in pairs, matched pairs. While you wear one, you give another to. It was supposed to be intended as a sort of like sweet romantic gift, but you guys are messed up.
Listen,
No, she went along with the rules.
Yes.
But we could literally treat them like walkie-talkies.
Oh, okay.
And they work in the dreaming.
Christian reaches over and takes it, and he smiles, surprised at what he sees as a gesture. Merci, madame. And he bows in his saddle.
She attempts to curtsy, but of course does nothing because she's, in like on William's back and been like, oh, and here for a rainy day, and we'll hand them glass bottles as well. William gets one tucked into his belt if he has it, or like a backpack or something.
There's a backpack on the Kelgar. Like there's a pack on the belt Kelgar.
Yeah.
Could you please hold on to mine? I'm afraid I was packing light for this trip.
Of course.
Christian reaches down and puts his in the saddlebag.
Misha's is at home because she doesn't like bringing things that she's going to break on the trip.
Well, Amber's going to forget, so might as well get out of the way now.
Like, Christian has no idea what it is, so he just...
Nope, she just said for a rainy day.
He's going to look for literal rain.
Vanessa watches this strange exchange of gifts, and from like a pocket sewn into her dress, she pulls out a chimerical spider, and she stands at the edge of the silver path and lays the spider in the grass below, and she whispers to the maiden, and the spider leaves a silver thread from the path and into the near dreaming. this is the path we follow.
Well, staying away from a silver path is a bad idea. But yeah.
Actually, I'm more worried about the idea that we're supposed to walk on that tiny thread. I mean, I know spider threads are strong, but...
Do your best not to sever the thread.
Absolutely.
Christian sort of gaping, wondering how he's going to lead his horse across that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to walk on the thread. You just follow the thread.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Sure we do.
Yeah, Misha's actually going to walk up to Vanessa since they're the only two on foot and just be like, mind if I walk with you?
Please.
Cool. She'll walk up with Vanessa. She much prefers to be on her feet than on the back of any animal, really.
As you step into as you are in the near dreaming, there are some slight changes. Usually in the gray world, your mortal mane is like the upfront and more realistic visage. Here it's switched. That which is the mortal side of you has taken a back seat to your fey mane. And which means while it doesn't give you like the huge boosts yet, there are slight improvements to the general fairiness of you. You feel more true. Puka feel more inclined to lie. Selkies long for the sea more. Trolls are that much more stubborn. The she are that much more regal.
Mm-hmm. I do believe since we're both Arcadian, we don't have the banality flaw anymore. We have a different one.
No, I don't think we're that deep yet.
Yeah, that's in the next one. No, yeah, deep and then far.
Well, far as well.
Yeah.
Far and deep, yeah.
Mere dreaming, it's more of a feeling as compared to a mechanical benefit or disadvantage.
I am more grumpy.
What? You? No.
And I am more likely to shove you into the ocean.
My God. People.
The spider leads through a an open field area. You can hear sort of, for lack of better words, please don't get angry for this terminology, new agey music playing.
Is it Yanni?
I don't know. Enya, Yanni. And up ahead, you see a young woman doing yoga.
Morning coffee. I'm so impressed. Isn't that what that is?
I am not skilled enough to animate or have the time to draw her in all of her various positions. So,
oh no, I'm just asking if that's coffee that she's holding.
No, it's probably like kombucha or some bullshit.
Kombucha is so gross. I tried it once. It was horrible.
Something that, works as a cleanser. I like to detoxify.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's got to be green tea with lemongrass at the bare minimum. So.
But anyways, so she is doing yoga and paying no attention to you, but the spider stops.
I guess we found a maiden.
Vanessa gives a nod. She doesn't say anything to the maiden though, because this is your quest. she's more of a guide.
Amber's gonna jump off of William's back and join her in yoga.
Charles is going to struggle, not well, to get off the horse for the time being.
He's gonna walk like a horse rider for days after this.
Oh yes. Totally unused to this.
William jumps as well, and he sits near Amber. Also tries to do yoga, but he doesn't know how to do.
She doesn't seem to be like looking up at you guys who are joining in the yoga. As she like slides into like warrior pose, pigeon pose.
That's all right. We don't want to ruin her zen. We'll just, or at least Amber's just gonna follow along. She's like, this is exactly like what I do with Vivi every morning.
All right. So those of you who
how we doing?
who are doing yoga, do Dex athletics rolls.
Hey, I can do that.
You know what? Charles is going to take. This looks interesting enough. Maybe they have insight to something he's not aware of. So
You said this is a field, right?
Mm-hmm.
Misha will actually sit down on the ground and watch them do this.
Mm-hmm.
But she's going to let Inaba out of her bag and let her kind of sniff around and let her just be free for a few minutes. See if she'll see anything.
Okay.
Someone roll 4 dice for me.
Yep. I was just waiting for that number.
Thank you.
You got 1 success. It's Charles.
Well, surprising, despite the marble. I mean, he's still a little too stiff for most of the things here, but he's at least following along in the motions.
Yeah.
Same deal with Amber. She's like, she knows what she's doing, but isn't the best at it.
William's nailing this.
Yeah, somehow.
Well,
Damn, William. Damn.
Warrior pose.
He's got reach and flexibility. Anyway.
Hey. What am I here for?
Those of you who are pulling off yoga, not that great. Seem to have gotten her attention as she gives you a look, not entirely amused with the less than stellar yoga performances.
Not horrible.
Christian is still sitting on his horse and he's face palming, watching.
She puts herself. She does downward dog and the whatever that snake position is, cobra, and then rolls up. Yes. What do you want?
Hello, Maiden.
Hello yourself.
Now, William, she could be the mother.
Who the hell are you calling the mother? Do I look like the mother? Do you know how hard I work on this figure?
Oh my god, what cleanser do you use? Your face is glowing.
Charcoal 3 times daily. Wake up facial. Mid-afternoon facial scrub acid bath. Night charcoal mask that I pry off first thing in the morning before I start all over again.
Oh my god, have you tried pore strips?
We don't get those out here.
Oh.
What do you get out of here?
And now we know what to get her when we need something.
Yeah. You could probably make them. Do you have any of that? If you have any seaweed paper, if you want to maybe add something a bit sticky to it to get all those blackheads out. Not that I see any. You look fabulous, just in case.
She puts her hand over her nose, and that's sort of mentioning blackheads. Don't look at my pores.
I know, right? Doesn't even look like you have pores, but you never know.
You scared me. All right, yeah. Okay, I am the maiden. She gives a dirty look to Christian for insinuating she might be the mother of all people.
Christian favors her with a smile.
So, what are you here for, fair travelers?
We are going to have a problem with a faction so-called rangers, and we wish to receive the weapons of the Maiden, Mother, and the Crone, if it's possible, of course.
Oh, one of those things. Oh, it's been so long since it's been like, we need the weapons of the three. Oh, God, let me see if I can remember what you're supposed to do. It's supposed to be giving you some, like, quest or something. Oh, God. I can't. You know what? I have heard cockatrice eggs are just, like, the superfood. So if you retrieve me a cockatrice egg, I will give you my wand. And she, like, chimerically produces a cup of kombucha, and she starts stirring it with the wand.
Oh my god, I love it. I love her.
Oh my god. This is fucking amazing. Anyway.
Can I create what she says with Primal 2?
No, because Primal 2 summons, like, elements. A cockatrice, okay. But she like taps the wand dry, and then like it like does like a gesture, and it vanishes for a moment. She sips her tea, and she's like, "If you're looking for the cockatrice nest, it's like like over there somewhere in that general area." And she like points at like the forest.
Do you have some?
What?
Do you have any?
Do I have any?
Yes.
Cockatrice eggs?
Yes.
If I had them, I wouldn't be sending you on a quest.
Yes, thank you for being this way. But what I'm trying to say is, if you had some, like you could have asked for more. Like that's another possibility, Maiden. But well, I just wanted to say, if you had some, I could have like tracked it with the wolf by smell.
I promise you, once you hit the woods, you can't miss it. It's a thing.
Is there any dangers in the wood?
Yeah, the cockatrice.
How good is it at seeing, at noticing people who might be trying to make their way in quietly?
I don't know. I usually have people who do the dirty work for me.
I thought you might have heard a story. I mean, you're so magnificent and powerful. I just thought.
And all that jazz.
Save the flattery for the mother, honey. I know how great I am.
Well, good. You should know, because you are great.
She sips at her kombucha.
Okay, guys. How about we go and basically I be the bait, and you guys get the eggs and come back, and then I will try to lead it to somewhere else, then run away.
I bet they taste amazing on avocado toast.
Oh my gosh, you have no idea.
I was just thinking, I mean, it's fine if someone wants to distract, but I mean, I was thinking I could potentially, I mean, you guys know what I do.
Yes, but if its eyes are on me, it can be better.
That depends on what type of cockatrice we're talking about here, William. Because if it's the more modern interpretation that I've been hearing about, you might want to watch out if its eyes are on you, or rather, your eyes are meeting its. Or you just might have to watch out for the poisonous gas it breathes. Because one way or another, you're turning to stone.
This is bullshit.
Wasn't he already stone?
Pardon?
Well, more solidly.
Thank you. But Maybe I can just. Then, is there anybody who has any idea for this?
Christian pipes up. Fair maiden, would you please tell us more of the cockatrice before we seek after it?
It's got like the head of a rooster and like lizardy bits. And it's a real mean son of a bitch. It's got like claws, I think. And she's like doing that like half-ass like claw motion with her free hand.
Does it turn shit into stone, or it just has claws?
It's got like a thing. If you guys want to roll like the changeling lore or gray mare.
Yeah, could you roll gray mare at 9 dice, please?
Yep.
You got 2.
Quick question, actually. Does remembrance factor at all?
Are they in like your? I don't. And
like getting information about it, if that's what this is.
Only if your character's like backstory includes them being like monster fighters.
Or you could use it to replace your gray mare roll.
Yeah. Let's see. Charles, you have 1, 2, 3 successes.
I'm about to roll. I just was trying to get my dice pool.
That's cool.
1 success.
I got 4.
All right. So those of you who are remembering well, okay, at one level you'd know that yes, they are known for problematic breath. As you start going higher, you are vaguely aware that it's not the strongest creature. It is clawed. It has a stinger. And yes, the breath is dangerous, and it is venomous. And it can fly from the roostery bits, as the maiden so eloquently described.
But since I have 4, is it known for being particularly perceptive?
Oh, no.
Okay, maybe how about we let the Misha do the sneaky stuff, and if shit gets out of hand, we can just attack it, and I can be the tank if need be.
Hold on. Amber's gonna take off her boots and hand them to Misha. Be like, if you have to get out of there fast, click the heels.
Misha will accept. She is not proud. Also, the other thing is do we have some idea of how large the egg is from our rolls?
Oh, roughly the size of a football.
Okay, so that's not too bad. Mm-hmm. And what she will do is she will actually take off her bag and basically trade Amber for it, the bag that she is about to put Inaba back into, because she doesn't want to take Inaba into danger.
Right.
So she's basically trading Inaba for
the boots.
Yeah. I'm sure Amber kind of gets the idea. You don't take a buddy into danger when there's a big bird around.
Right.
So yeah.
Sorry.
No, I'm was just gonna say she's putting on the boots.
Okay. Christian trots over to where Kararis is, leans down, and what do you make of this this hunt we find ourselves on, sir?
Well, it's only the first of at least 3 interesting tests we will be facing ourselves. I'm sure they're only going to get more dangerous as we go along.
We seem to be discussing strategy at the moment. I believe William's original plan has merit. Perhaps I may also serve as some distraction, as we are the only 2 mounted.
Well, the being mounted means you have at least the increased capacity to escape its wrath.
Should you then also wish to be mounted, sir?
He hitting on him?
That sounds so wrong. Oh my god, that sounded so wrong.
No, I think it's safe. I think it's better if the riders are light.
He shrugs, ignoring the japes.
Misha didn't say anything, but there's a really big smirk on her face.
Yeah,
but Charles's statement, Charles' statement still stands. It's like, no, I think it's better if the riders remain as light as possible. We don't need any extra baggage on there, especially if you want to run away.
He scoffs at the notion of running away, but he nods and then trots over to William's vicinity.
And she finishes putting the boots on, stands up, hoping that they're close to the same size as her, but if not, she's going to make it work.
Are you sure you don't want distraction?
I mean, if you guys can maybe get close enough to keep an eye on it, so if it looks like they've noticed me, then you do a distraction.
If it notices you and you're so close, I will attack that thing.
She just looks up at William and nods. I know you will.
Okay,
and
then.
If you do that, I'm coming in from behind. It's how this works.
Guys, then because of distraction is gonna be problematic as it flies, what you're gonna do is different. Basically, Misha will try to sneak in, get the ball, and leave. If Misha is seen, you're not gonna try distraction because this distraction won't do anything. We will just try to attack and subdue this beast.
Christian nods. If nothing else, swords are always an effective answer.
Yeah, you go from the rear. I will be the tank.
The keyword here was subdue. There's no need to kill this creature unless there's no other choice.
We will see what's going to happen.
Into stone.
No, I mean that's Misha. That's pretty much just her opinion. She's just like, there's no need. There literally is no need to kill this creature unless you need to. If it comes down to it and you don't have a choice because it keeps fighting, she's not going to be mad. You know what I mean? But
we will try our best not to kill this mystic beast. Killing is problematic.
Besides, if the cockatrice isn't there anymore, then who's going to make more eggs for the maiden here?
I would not wish to kill the golden cockatrice in that case. And he shrugs. Seemingly, it makes no matter to him.
If need be, I might be able to weave something.
Like?
Charles is going to say.
Well, if we want to make it. Well.
And cockatrice. And Charles names Misha something or other. Who knows?
Well, I could, at the very least, if it starts to get certain notions, I could just say it's deaf, dumb, and blind.
That's doable as well, yeah. Good plan. Let's do that.
We'll see how it goes, and if things start going a certain way, well, then I'll act. And if that doesn't work, well, then you can have fun with your swords.
You're going to do anything?
I said if she's not capable of something, I'll do something. If it starts to notice, I'll make sure it doesn't happen. And if it doesn't work, well, then plan B.
Let's go then.
Okay, so is everybody heading towards the forest?
I guess so.
At least towards the edges.
Okay. Roll me perception alertness at Misha, since you're doing the sneaky stuff, right?
Yeah.
1. You see some movement deeper in the woods. You're not quite sure what it is, but it does seem to be larger than average human size.
Does it sound kind of like the rustling sounds that I hear whenever Paul is poking around in trees?
Fairly
bird.
similar. Yeah, there's like the gentle rustle of feathers.
Okay. Well, that is not what I want. What I want is the actual egg, but gotta find the egg first. They said there's terrible breath. Can I try to sort of sniff the air and see if I can? I mean, I'm no dog, but maybe I can at least catch a hint.
Another perception alertness.
Oh, 1.
The air in general has a sort of unfamiliarity to it. There's something that smells a little sour, but you can't place the direction it's coming from.
All right. She's going to pretty much start sneaking. I will roll my stealth in a second. What I'm thinking is she's going to essentially try to move towards the sound that she heard, but around it. She's going to try not to get close enough, but just try to get close, not close enough to be seen, but hopefully close enough to confirm that that's what she needs and to try to find the egg, assuming it's near this person, near these winged sort of sounds.
Okay, roll your sneaky.
Thank God that rolled better than my last 2 rolls.
Indeed, it did. You successfully managed to be quiet while entering the forest. You can roll another perception alertness. Lower difficulty since you're in, so at 5.
4.
There you go. Up ahead of you, you see a nest of cockatrices.
Multiple?
Yep. They seem unaware of you though, as they are just kind of tending to their. It's a mating pair. As they are tending to their nest, one's gently pushing the eggs to rotate them, and another one's fussing with sticks and twigs, and what seems to be a skeletal arm sticking out of the nest as well.
That's the best. Okay. She's going to roll to sneak back out because I realized I should have done something that I didn't. Sneak back out and try to go back over to where they're at.
Okay.
I got 2.
Okay.
And she's going to kind of walk up to them, having crept out. You guys maybe didn't notice that. She kind of stopped sneaking when she's outside, though. And she's going to hold up one of the butterfly things and be like, "Who wants this? Someone needs to be able to hear me when I'm in there."
William will take
I'm going to
it.
be the one. Oh, never mind. Okay.
Okay, here. She offers it to him, and she puts the one on her, on her shirt or whatever. And she's going to be like, "I'm going to need more of a distraction. There are 2 in there. It's a nesting pair. There are eggs in there. I can get the eggs, but I need something that will distract both of them from the nest."
There might be
Is there something nearby that I could make look incredibly desirable to both of them?
Or I could just make them very complacent.
What was the question?
I could just say that I could just make them complacent.
You can name them.
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Let's see if I can do that. Give me a moment.
You might need to be able to see them to do that.
What's Charles's dex stealth?
Yeah, how are you at sneaking? Because you'll need to see them. Is what she's going to say.
Oh, That's something. Well, let's see how his dex stealth is. I think it's only the 3 dice, so let's see how that goes.
Well, she asked you that out loud before. Like, how are you at hiding? You know?
No, not that good. Oh, I could manage, and he's just yawning, like extremely yawning, making a very big show of it.
Oh. She's guessing he's bunking. It was Misha's thinking he's bunking.
Yep.
Say it's not that boring. God.
I mean, if this works, it probably doesn't matter all that much.
Well, you still need to be able to see them to do it.
That's true, but I don't think they'd be going anywhere. If anything, I'll be a wonderful distraction for you if you want to get in from behind.
Sorry, you're not a puka. You need to explain yourself.
Look, if I make too much noise and they're paying attention to me, they're not paying attention to you, now are they? Sorry, it's
I mean, that's fine, I suppose, but that might only get one of them away, not both.
Well, like I said, I need to see both. We'll see if I can see both.
Well, then I can show you the easiest way to get there since I found a way there.
All right, lead the way.
All right, you want me to roll his dex to see if he...
Yep, roll his dex to see if he's doing fine.
You're doing okay. Holy crap, we are amazing.
3 successes.
Yeah.
Look at mine.
Misha.
Jesus,
Even with my yawns, well-timed yawns.
Wait a second. I missed 2 dice even. Can I just not roll my other 2 dice? I'm fine.
Yeah, I mean...
I'll roll them if you want. I'll roll them. I'll be fair. It's fine.
You never know. It might be better.
Oh my god.
Damn. Misha is so quiet, it sucks sound out of the air.
Even Charles's yawns just,
That's why they don't hear yawns, because Misha's so quiet. That the yawns sound like natural ambiance in comparison to the eerie silence of Misha's footsteps.
The only thing she would have done, I suppose, based on the fact that, she might have even disappeared from him, is that she probably would have taken his hand.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's probably how this worked. Otherwise, it would have been ridiculously awkward. Like, it just wouldn't work.
Yeah. Charles goes along. He doesn't resist. In fact, he's just letting her guide him. Maybe it's part of the act of the sleepiness, or just the fact that it's common good sense to let the person who's the most stealthy lead the shit. Either way.
Once she gets to the sweet spot where she can see both and what they're doing exactly, she will then just kind of pause and look at him without saying anything.
Oh, look at those parents. So wonderful, so doting over their young, but without any danger or care in the world. Oh, just how complacent they are to everything that comes towards them and leaves from them. And I'm going to use my nickname, and I'm going to use naming to name them complacent. So that's also seen as well. So
okay. I'm trying to figure out all the...
Well, 7, since we're in the dreaming, the near dreaming, I should say. Minus whatever you say.
Plus 1. I'll say that the yawning as a bunk is like a -2. So, let's see. So we'd put it at 5, plus 1 is a 6. How many dice are we rolling here?
We're rolling their Fae, right?
Yep.
So we are rolling 7 dice. A diff 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. They are
shit for the next year.
Yeah.
They're just gonna be complacent fucking little things.
Yeah, they just like any sort of like alertness or edginess they had to their like movements or general demeanor seems to just wash away. They take on almost a gentle demeanor to them. They're as they just kind of snuggle next to each other and wrap their long necks together and just relax beside the nest, right where they were standing. Yes, there you go. So and just kind of doze as they cuddle.
Well, I think that worked a lot better than I thought. In fact, I don't think our maiden's gonna have to worry about needing to send too many people in to potential doom.
Except that I would like you to maybe let them go once we get what we need. They're going to die if you leave them like this.
Fair enough. Then we'll get what we need, and as soon as we're safe out of the distance, I'll release it.
That's fine. Thank you. And she's gonna say through, and I should mention at this point, by the way, that Carol just disappeared. We'll wait till she comes back.
Yeah.
But no,
anarchy.
well, if you just noticed that John is gone, he says the electricity is out.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Yeah, Carol, are you there?
I'm back. Sorry about that. I forgot that if I gently touch my tablet to my computer, it boots me.
No, John says the electricity's out at his place, so he's and because I was like, well, maybe we can see if we can I was thinking maybe we could just complete this one section and then like pause because wasn't this his thing.
You can ask him what he wants to do. I don't know how. It's hard getting you all together, but
it is. Give me 1 second, because he was like, he was like, fuck, I wanted to get the sword, and I said, no, this was your thing. Maybe we can finish this another time.
If you guys are fine with being scene locked, then we can.
Usually when something like this happens. It's usually, I mean, it's up to you how you handle it.
Well, it's because of the exit. You know, that ominous hearing yourselves arguing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How do we get the fuck out?
No, that's not what I mean. Like, basically, we just wouldn't have left until all of the scenes get posted. You know what I mean? That's how it would end up working. But anyway, it's up to you. But he says he called the electricity department and the storm damaged the electricity line.
Okay.
He says but his response after I said this was your thing, maybe we can finish this another time, and he says no, it's fine. But maybe you want to PM him and check with him just to clarify this.
Yeah.
Because if he says it's okay, then I'm game. But it just, you know what I mean. It's weird.
Yeah. Well, one way or another, if he gets the we'll make sure he gets the sword if he's gonna get the sword.
Well, we need to see what was what. But either way, it's up to you. We can wait a couple minutes while you sort this out, or like we can try to complete this because I still have to go in and we still need a distraction of or something. Like they're gonna be complacent. That doesn't mean they're just gonna let me take it.
Complacent people are just like,
if we're proceeding with the scene, there's still Christian, I guess.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm just kind of running the exit stuff for him.
I mean, we could take a couple minutes and figure this shit out. It's fine. I can always go into a rousing round of Don't Stop Believing again.
So we're gonna hold on to that feeling?
Potentially. I was doing that in the previous scene. It was in a pack link even.
Actually sounds kind of fun.
Someone
Does
else was
anything
doing
important
Madonna.
ever happen over pack link? Because it hasn't in my group.
Hey, this might not be the best time, but I just noticed that I seem to be removed from the Living World page.
It's possible that you that because there was a post up that everybody had to respond to.
Oh,
It was up there for like a month.
Oh, I posted on it.
Okay, maybe I didn't know if you did or didn't. Basically, you can try to join again, or you could try PMing one of the admins, and they can put you back.
I can take a look to see if you were posted on there. I've got time.
I posted pretty early actually.
Who knows what really happened? All I know is that you could just PM an admin, and they should be able to put you back.
Yeah, it should be pretty simple. One way or the other. It's like,
not
hey,
hard.
I don't know why I got removed. I thought I posted. That could be simple enough.
Yeah. All right.
In fact, I'm in scene right now.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Try and stop me.
You can remove me from the LWoD page, but you can't break my spirit.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to continue with the scene. One of these goddesses is going to ask William to stay behind, and he's going to make his exit from the dreaming as soon as I can grab him for a scene. But basically, he'll be staying behind with the Crone if you guys get there.
All right.
But it was
Sounds
the
good.
Maiden.
You're at the Maiden.
We're at the Maiden. It's
Right.
going to be the Crone if we can make it to the Crone.
I was going to say he might enjoy staying back with the Maiden.
Just do yoga with her.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Look at those horns.
Sorry, I just need to use the bathroom quick.
Okay.
Well, we'll see.
Well,
We'll see how
I need my
the,
distraction, so we'll wait for that.
Well, we'll see if the complacency makes it so that they're just not worried about eggs.
I mean, if that's the case, then she'll totally go in. But if they still need a distraction, that's why she passed off, part of her butterfly thing for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Don't stop.
Apparently, I have hella dex stealth in my fox form.
That seems legit.
Excellent.
So
I don't even actually know what her stats would be in seal form, other than her own.
Let me see if it's here. Seal is not on the page that I'm looking at.
Are you looking at like the stats for foxes or?
Yeah, in World of Darkness.
What does the fox say?
No.
Okay.
Whatever Amber says, that's what the fox says.
What does the fox say? That's not professional.
Yes, there we go.
And a glass of water for everyone.
Especially the stubborn ones.
The maiden might like that. Keep yourself hydrated. You have to keep yourself hydrated. Like, drink gallons of water every hour.
Amber quotes for what does the fox say? It will not rhyme, will not have a rhythm, but it will be awesome and hilarious. What does the fox say? That would be unprofessional. I can't dance to this. I can't dance to this.
I feel like
What does the fox say? Welcome to the harem.
You know what? If next April Fool's Day you just want to spend your entire day doing scenes where you just go ring ding 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 ding.
Oh my god, that'd be awful. is the worst. I hate myself.
I'd hate you too. We understand.
There's no idea like a bad idea.
That's true. That's true.
All right, is everybody back?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
All right.
So are you going to sneak up and acquire that cockatrice egg?
Well, it depends on how they're acting. Are they like gonna fly off and do what they want? Or are they just gonna or do they still need distracting away?
They're dozing off. They're asleep. Like they're chill.
They're sleeping.
Okay. Yeah, they're complacent. They're
okay.
Relaxed to the point
Yeah.
of
If they're sleeping, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will totally do that. And if you allow it, this would be a really great time when I'm going like 3 inches from 2 cockatrices. To spendable power.
Okay.
You see why this is important.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're totally chill, bro.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the willpower.
Awesome. Yes, you are the sneaky, and you sneak along.
Sneak. Reach my fingers in there real slow. Decide quickly which one is the least likely to jostle.
Mm-hmm.
And sort of slowly pull it back out. Steady hands.
Yeah.
Steady hands.
I was gonna say you have that nice little steady hands specialty.
Yes. Please don't botch. It's not a botch. It's
Nope, no botch.
It's 3.
You successfully snatch an egg without disturbing the rest of the nest or the 2 cockatrices.
I have played what's that name? That stupid game again. Yes, I've played Operation and succeeded. And I'm going to tiptoe back over to Charles.
I just always imagine Misha as like when she's sneaking as like an anthropomorphic seal, which is ridiculous.
And she's gonna look at him and be like, "Okay, so you remember the way that I showed you in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not holding your hands this time because I don't want to hold your hand. Now let's go."
All right. Charles will follow the way.
And she'll start to sneak back out.
All right, do I need to roll your 3 again, Charles? Or are you just gonna stomp through the forest?
You might as well roll the 3 just in case. To be honest, though, he's more confident that they're complacent. They're probably not going to do much anyway.
You guys, I failed mine, so I got all my good rolls out of my system.
Oh no!
It's only a fail. It's not a botch. I didn't trip. It's just not terribly quiet. I'm just walking.
Oh, thank God Charles didn't botch. Otherwise, I would have done something terrible to you guys.
You've angered the gazebo. Anyway.
Suddenly a flock of cockatrices chase you out of the forest.
We did it!
Guys, we got the egg. Run.
Yeah. But yes,
it was worse than we expected.
He is sneaking, and I am just taking a nice little amble through the woods.
Just leaves rustling and shit.
But they're sleeping, so there is that at least.
Yes, thank goodness for that. So yes, the maiden is still standing in the middle of her field, sipping at her kombucha.
So we didn't see any avocados on the way, but you're halfway there now.
You guys are a godsend. This stuff helps with bloating, negative feelings. It aligns your chakras.
I believe it.
She holds out her hands to take the egg.
Misha will do one of those really stupid things where you hold it up and pull it back at the last second, and then offer it again.
She does not seem impressed with the.
She is unamused.
I mean, she's going to let it happen. Like she'll let it happen the second time. She was just big stupid the first time.
She takes the egg and like she tosses it up and it disappears into her general like storage that she do. All right, I guess I owe you a wand, she says. And she makes a gesture and the wand appears in her free hand.
Is it stained with kombucha?
No, she tapped the kombucha off after she was in. She holds it out just in general to the group. All right, so I don't even know. I think when you're out of here, it works once a month, but you can use it like more freely here. Oh, so stupid. What it does is it freezes a moment. For like everyone in like a I want to say like a 100-foot radius, except for the person you pointed at. So it freezes time, with the exception of the person you pointed at, for 10 minutes. You got that? She says as she's holding it out to whoever is going to grab this wand.
Misha will.
Okay.
She'll take it because this sounds so much like something that Maxine would have wanted. She is grabbing it.
I figured.
She's like, mine. Even if it's only temporary, mine. And
use it in good health.
Thank you.
Pardon me, fair chimera, fair maiden. Would you please
Goddess.
run that by me? Yes, goddess, of course, to be sure. Would you please run that by me again? It slows time.
No, it stops time.
But not at the target you pointed at, everything else.
You pointed at one person. That person, even if it's yourself, isn't stuck in that frozen moment, so they can still do stuff.
I understand now.
And Misha will start to remove a certain someone's boots to put appropriate shoes back on and give boots back.
hands Anaba with the bag back.
Thank you.
While you guys are switching your shoes, she makes another wand to stir her kombucha.
I've got like 12 of these.
So stupid. So, farewell on your journey, brave travelers, or whatever. Namaste.
Blessed be.
Misha now has the perfect thing to pretty much break into any place ever.
Well, I mean, yes, but also
once a month. Once a month.
Once a month, she can just break into just any fucking place. She just bash through everything. She has 10 minutes to get in, get the thing, and leave.
Oh God. So glad you can't actually run like a heist with this because everyone else will be frozen, including your team.
It would have to be.
Who needs anyone else at that point?
You don't. Misha's got all the skills she needs to be breaking and entering. What are you talking about?
Oh Lord. What have I done with my life? Broken the venue? Yes, you have, Other Carol. Cool.
You just, yeah. And she walks up. You guys could just see the gears turning in her head as she's walking, kind of playing with this wand.
Who knows how many times she's stopped time as she uses it freely in the dreaming.
There may be Wingardium Leviosa coming out of her mouth once or twice.
Oh God. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna put on a show for my brother since
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Danny woke up from his nap, so
understood.
Mhm.
All right. And with these thoughts flowing through her head, she will look to Vanessa and say, "Do you know the way to the next one?"
And she gives a nod and picks up her spider and whispers, "To the mother." And the spider grows. It is about the size of like, it goes from the size of like a small jumping spider to the size of like a corgi. And it like starts climbing the trees of the forest area and makes a web. And as it finishes the web, another trod opens up within it.
Oh, sweet. So this we have to climb through?
I mean, it's not like one you have to roll a difficulty for or anything, but yes. So, are you... Let's see. So continue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will... I assume we're gonna head.
Yeah. As your party continues. William, I'm not going to role play him or anything, but he's taller, stronger, more stubborn. Amber, as you cross through, you no longer... This is not flavor text. This is ST info.
Yes.
The shape-changing thing, you don't have to spend a glamour to shapeshift in front of people anymore.
Oh, sweet.
Your difficulty for your confidant is 1/2 of the target's willpower.
Amazing.
And,
everyone, tell me your secrets.
Also you can adjust the size of your fox form.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, she's gonna be a teeny tiny little fox that like rides on Misha's shoulder.
I was gonna turn into a horse-sized fox, but I could do that too.
She can do anything. She can be whatever she wants to be. The power is hers.
But here's how your frailty amplifies. Not only
yeah.
do you lie about everything, but you believe everybody else is lying about everything as well.
Awesome.
Selkie aren't in the book.
They are not. They've had to make them up before.
So for the sake of what rules have you had to make up before for Selkie?
Oh Jesus! I would have to dig into Eve's bullshit. Give me a minute here, because that's it. That's deep. That's real hardcore deep.
Well, while you do that,
I can inform that.
Well, just quickly, I'm trying to remember because it's actually been made up twice. One time with one set of STs, and another time with another set of STs for I believe it was for Erin actually. Who went into the far dreaming, and she became much colder and less human, more like merfolk as compared to a person. Like it got something a bit more along the line of what the she was getting. So that's what she had. I think if I'm remembering Eve correctly, she had something where she basically was the draw of the ocean was irresistible and you just naturally know where it is, and I had to roll some sort of a willpower roll to not go diving into the ocean. So wherever the hell it is. So yeah, your call if you want to go with some route on that, or twist it some other way, because there are no rules for me.
I know. Let's see. We use Seal's Grace. So we're gonna up your appearance by 2.
Guys, I'm beautiful.
Yay!
Damn pretty.
You're disgusting. What are you talking about?
That puts me at app 4.
But adding 2? Doesn't that put you at app 5?
I thought you meant one more, like 2 total. But
No,
looking into more than that, yeah, 5.
Yeah. Let's see. What's your other gift? It's all swimming based. If you reach water, yeah, whatever. Subtract 2 from difficulty. Add 2 to the capability. I don't know.
If we're in water, let's worry about that. If we hit water,
yeah.
Seal coat is the frailty, and I don't know how you can make that worse. You know what I mean?
Everybody is going to have to roll a willpower to not want to put their hands on that coat.
Well, it's
a very tempting item.
She has clothing on, luckily, and nobody can see it at the moment.
Yep, luckily for the time being.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if maybe she is identifying more with the seal at the moment. So she kind of maybe I should have to roll something to not start removing clothing because it feels more natural without it.
Yeah, we'll have you do that too. Difficulty 8. Go for it. Willpower.
What is it? Willpower?
Yep. All right. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay. On beauty, birth rate of the she increases enormously. The appearance of the she is increased by an additional 2 dots, which puts Charles at 9.
9.
Jesus.
And Christian's at 8.
I want to throw up every time I look at you people.
You know, it might loop back around to that.
Yeah, this is what she says. She's coming up and touching your arm in that sensual way.
I just want to just slather you in my vomit. Anyway.
Ew!
Yikes!
I'm sorry, that may have went too far, but
save that for the deep dreaming.
I passed my roll, but she probably kind of is shifting around a bit in her clothes and kind of pulling them because they're not comfortable.
Yeah. So noble bearing birth rate reaches a new level in the far dreaming. Cantrips that would make a highborn look foolish immediately backfire. Well, duh. That's not even a thing anymore.
Yeah, that's because they didn't write it up in the new book. They didn't give you that info yet.
Yeah, they basically in the new book they're just saying do what makes sense. So
yeah. Banality's curse has no effect on the she in the far dreaming. You now have empathic blindness. All she suffer a +2 difficulty on all empathy rolls. Charles is doomed. While in the far dreaming, the she, regardless of their normal tendencies, have trouble comprehending the wants and needs of the commoners and see them as less than equals. You guys are gonna be dicks. She can still hide this lack of empathy behind proper decorum, but all social rules that require understanding suffer the same +2 diff.
I love how everyone just becomes worse the further we go in it. Like we just become assholes.
Why? Look at our power. Look as our power grows.
Our magic does work better here, though.
Yep.
All of our magic does.
Yep. It's a diff 6, and everything's weird. We don't have to spend glamour for it unless we want additional effects.
Yes. I believe it was in that ego, super ego, and id. You guys are at the super ego level of behaviors. Yeah, and your human side is pretty much just a thought at this point. Also, memories are starting to flood back. Memories you probably didn't even realize you'd lost in some cases. I know the she both have remembrance, but Misha, you're starting to your skin remembers its past lives.
Her skin is starting to remember the life her dad lived in the skin.
Yes.
Jesus.
Amber, you're remembering all sorts of wild shit, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I can't even begin to imagine. So I'm imagining just hippies all over the place and like a hippie commune. like mid-60s, everyone's on drugs, something like that.
I don't know. I can imagine quite a bit.
If you feel like slipping into any of these past perspectives, feel free. And your Sloa guide seems a little more fluid. Just a lot more fluid. And she becomes
quieter.
Incredibly hard to hear. Yeah. I think you guys have to roll perception to actually hear her at this point.
Okay.
So.
Like I care to hear what she has to say. I mean,
That's about right, yes.
That's my perception.
And Christian.
I'm just, yeah. All right, so we go through.
Yes. And this is what happens to you immediately.
Yeah, and she's just shifting about really uncomfortably, like tugging at her clothes. Like, this is not right. And just kind of, but can I just say that maybe her eyes get even bigger somehow?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
That's good flavor, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Weird question. Could I talk while in my animal form?
Yes.
Excellent. I'm going fox form. Just a little bit bigger than normal at first. I might change later, but right now I just want to be a little bit like bigger than average fox.
so like mid-sized dog fox sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
I like shake out the fur.
All right, Labrador retriever sized fox. Got it.
Yes.
This adventuring party is fucking adorable and also terrifying.
We're the worst.
And also blindingly beautiful.
And horrifying in case with Charles. So it's like
Misha's kind of looking at her in this fox form, and she's really just pondering the idea of asking if she could ride on her back. Can I ride you?
Is that your character?
No, but that's what I was thinking.
Would you like to be mounted?
I can't answer that question.
I'm not well equipped to mount you today.
That might be my favorite line from this scene so far.
Well, we have something for the quotes.
Sorry, Dylan.
We are definitely the most beautiful party possibly of all time, though.
Yes,
it's true. We are fucking amazing.
Gorgeous, and in the case of the outliers, silly putty and very tall.
Yeah.
I was just like thinking that I'm the prettiest one here, but okay.
Vanessa's mouth is moving. Roll some perception alertness. If you have senses, it's hearing based.
Excellent.
I got 2 10s.
Awesome.
Please roll my 8 dice.
3 successes.
Okay. Roll for Charles. Okay, yeah, Charles, you hear fine. Christian, you do not. You hear nothing coming from the Sloa's mouth.
Sorry, I have acute hearing though, if that's stiff 4 then.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I guess you'd hear. So, yeah, you hear her quietly whispering, we need to continue onward. As the spider, climbs through the trot and it closes behind it. Once again, there is no door going backwards in this journey.
Only forward.
Yes. But the spider continues, and it's still about corgi size, so the thread it's leaving is a bit easier to follow. And it's leading into the far dreaming, into what seems to be sort of almost a fairy tale village. And the people are all very pleasant. There's some people playing with their children in the front of their homes. There's bakers. It's a very, like, if children were to describe the perfect fairy tale town, that is what this place is. And the spider continues through the streets with the residents paying it no mind, and stops in front of this like perfect 1950s era home with a white picket fence around the yard. And it stops. Vanessa's lips move again.
Rolling.
Roll.
Three again.
1.
And me.
Fail.
Yeah, that's really fun little fail, isn't it?
Who cares what she's saying, really?
Charles.
Common.
How did Charles do? Sorry.
You got 1 success.
Oh, that's barely enough to understand. What? Sorry.
You and I were both leaning in a little bit closer to catch this.
She tells those of you who can hear her a little better, hear her explain, like, this is the home of the mother. If you got 1 success, you hear, like, this is the home.
It's not too hard to figure out, though.
Yeah.
Hearing that, Amber's gonna walk next door and knock on the door.
The door swings open for Amber. and there's a portly looking gentleman smoking a pipe.
I found the mother, guys! You're welcome! Do you have a flail or a sword?
No solicitors, please.
Of course.
Rather than knocking, Charles is going to stand in front of the door and loudly proclaim. To the mother that dwells within this house, it is with great privilege that you should be blessed with the presence of the Squire Christian.
Oh my God! Yeah, get over and just shove him over. She's gonna topple him if she could do that.
It's not too hard.
Would it make him look foolish?
Well, even if he falls in the most graceful fashion as possible, it'll still shut him up.
Not a cantrip. Automatically fail.
This isn't a cantrip. It's her putting her hands on his shoulder and shoving.
Yeah.
Oh Lord! He's just the only one who doesn't have some social problem right now.
Yeah.
Save them from himself.
Greetings, fools.
I'm honestly insulted. Like, what are you talking about? I never have any social problems.
Blessings be upon those.
She is. Yeah. Well, if you're not gonna fight me pushing him over, then he lands in a very graceful pile because he is in fact a she. But,
yeah, exactly.
But he does fall over, and she just kind of smirks down at him and then knocks on the door gently.
If you smirk down, it's like looking into the sun. 9.
Yeah, that's fine. She'll squint a little then, but she's still going to do it.
Okay.
Okay. Squinting at the sun.
Dismounts his horse and actually moves to help Cararis up.
Yep.
Beautiful Cararis.
Beautiful Cararis. As they both stare into each other's eyes for way too long.
Straight!
Yes, thank you.
Everyone here's so goddamn heterosexual.
The worst.
Doesn't mean Christian can't find him beautiful.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. Anyways, is somebody going to appropriately knock on the door?
I did.
Oh, okay, thank you. I missed it.
Oh, she got booted.
No.
But she did knock on the door, like, politely.
Okay. I'm sure she'll be back in a moment.
Just you wait, that shove's gonna come back to bite at some point here.
Hands off me, you filthy peasant.
Okay, wait, did you guys hear anything I said? Because apparently it kicked me again.
Unfortunately, no. I think we heard that you knocked on the door, so.
Okay, all right, that's all that was important.
Okay. So, you hear from behind a door, just a second. Oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't expecting company. And the door opens. And there's this lovely autumnally colored 50s housewife who opens the door. Hello, darlings. I've been expecting you.
Misha cringes on the inside because she has nothing but bad experiences with mothers.
You said you weren't expecting guests, but now you're saying you are expecting guests. I like her.
Hi, I have a bunch of idiots who would like to speak with you.
Oh, poor dears. I can only imagine what horrors you've seen so far. Come in. I've just finished some cookies. You have some cookies and milk. Come in.
I turn to the portly old man and be like, I'm coming back. This lady sounds like she's got edibles. I'll be back.
The portly man just looks bewildered and closes the door, and you hear a lock.
No, maybe more bewildered. Well, actually, we're in a fairy tale village. Him talking to foxes doesn't sound too out of the range.
He definitely wants me to come back in, I think, guys. I think I made a really good impression. Let's go. It's my new dealer.
At Misha's comments about idiots here to speak, Christian, perhaps still standing arm in arm with Cararis, turns his head to look at the other lady, and she...
Hold on. I'm dying. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, did I kill you?
A little bit.
Turned his head to Cararis and said, most uncouth.
Most uncouth indeed.
Two bros sitting in a hot tub 8 feet apart because they're not gay.
Misha will turn from the mother briefly and blow a kiss at Charles, and just say thank you. I think we'd very much like that to her.
Okay, well, follow me. Take your shoes off at the door, please. I just vacuumed, and as you look, there's like perfectly like parallel rows of vacuum lines. Like impossible because you figure somebody would have to move the vacuum.
Are there shoes by the door that like other people have taken off?
Yes.
Excellent. Since she's in fox form, Amber's gonna find some shoes to put on, and sort of just pat around with like shoes on, just her front feet. It looks hilarious.
Christian looks down at his boots because he's wearing his armor, looks sad for a moment, and then looks at Cararis. I believe this is where we must part ways.
It is truly a shame that we must. But such sacrifices must be done for our quest.
Misha takes off her shoes while they're bullshitting. Yeah, like she just takes her shoes off and carries them in with her. She's not going to leave them behind. She'll tuck them, she'll just carry them along with her.
Luckily, Charles just has normal shoes, so he just slips those off pretty easily.
Christian, stands at the doorway because he can't take his boots off very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
You could take the time to do it.
If I have the time to do it, he will, but by the time I screw it, he will just start to...
Please place these in the proper position, he says as he hands his shoes to Christian.
He takes Cararis's shoes, still 1 dot higher title than himself in the far dreaming. That makes all the difference.
That's funny. That's funny because even in the far dreaming, Charles knew better than to tell Misha to do that shit.
Arcadian shoes.
Either that or he didn't think she was worthy enough to touch his shoes.
It could be either, but Misha's gonna take it the other way.
It's the latter. no, it's the former. I should say it's like definitely the or whatever it was that was like, yeah, definitely. You're not even worth touching my shoes.
Yeah, and
it's a damn privilege. It's a damn privilege.
And you are easy to topple. You are so easy to topple watch.
So easy. So easy.
Must be at least a squire to remove his shoes.
Whatever. She's already taken off after the mother, so that's fine.
It's just what's to be expected.
The mother is like pouring glasses of milk and setting out just like these perfectly cut cookies, like shortbread cookies, very artistic frosting on them. She is the mother of the modern mother's nightmare. she not only has the time but the talent to be that mother who
Pinterest mom.
Yes. She's like a blog mom. And so yeah, she's setting out the cookies and there's these pretty little like frostings on the cookies. She sets out the milk. Please have a seat. Tell me all about yourselves.
Amber? She turns to the fox.
Amber is going to make a point of standing because she said sit, so she's going to stand and she's going to look a bit confused at Misha, but also be like, I'm just boring, I guess. Human like anyone else.
Of course, dear, of course. Feel free to keep your secrets to yourself if that makes you more comfortable.
Thank you for saying us.
Good, madam. We are here on a quest, a journey in seeking of the triad of symbols of the triple goddess. We have already procured the wand, and we wish to embark on what it would take to request whatever it is that your blessing bestows upon us.
Oh my goodness. It has been a long time since I've had to do my part here. Oh. Let's see. The maiden gives a wand. I think I'm supposed to make something for you. Oh. You know, the last time I had to do this, motherhood was entirely different. The standards that were being upheld and proclaimed as the ideal mother being held by the masses was something more along the lines of very saintly, very submissive. Things have changed. So I haven't really had to really make my gift in quite a while. But this is my job. Okay. Well, first eat. You need to make sure that your strength is up for the rest of your journey. She says as she like pushes the plate of cookies and like starts like pulling out like napkins and folding them and setting cookies down in front of everybody. Eat them. Eat the cookies. I made them just for you.
Misha will eat them. She'll start eating a cookie and take a drink of the milk.
Charles, of course, is Carraris, I should say, since it's definitely more Carraris out here.
He's like 90% Carraris now.
It's 90% Carraris. Will, of course, very very pragmatically, eat the cookie, drink the milk, as it's proper.
Amber's eyes narrow in suspicion because she doesn't want to throw up on this woman's carpet. She's kind of confused why she's being asked to do that.
Likewise to Carraris, Christian is obliging the offer of hospitality by partaking of the offered cookies and milk.
Amber will just take a napkin and kind of chew on it absentmindedly.
Oh, Amber.
That's really what's laced, right? Is the napkins?
Yes, exactly.
You fell into my trap all along.
So, if I remember correctly, I need the wood from a special tree. I need steel from a special, I think they have a trunk somewhere. And then you bring that back to me and I whip you up something nice.
Is it something on Pinterest?
I'm sorry, dear. What's that?
Nothing. Never mind.
Okay.
Wood from a special tree. What tree is that?
And she thinks for a long moment because it has been a hot minute since she's had to make a flail. It goes. Oh, as she passes. 1 moment, please. I have to check my notes.
Well, while you do that, Amber's gonna go outside, find a random stick, bring it back in, and drop it on the floor and sit and wag her tail. like looking super proud of herself. Like, I found it. You're welcome.
I did it.
Oh Lord, no. she like
take this take the squire's steel as well while you're at it. I mean,
she smiles and picks up the stick and like throws it out the window.
She likes it. Really, no need to thank me.
She doesn't. I think it was something along the lines of a singing oak, or maybe it was a screaming oak. One of those. Singing or screaming. I'm sure you'll figure it out once you start cutting the thing down.
Do you know where it is?
And she looks out the window. I think we've cut down most of the trees in this area. Oh, honeys, I wouldn't know. No, I'm sorry.
And steel, you said, good madam. You said it was locked away somewhere.
I did, didn't I? I don't know where that is either. I'm afraid I don't get out much. I have to stay home, take care of things for the young ones. You know how it is.
Then tell us the story of where you last heard this steel has been locked away.
Last I heard, it was in a box, in a room filled with boxes, and you only get one chance to open the right box.
That sounds easy.
Yes.
It sounds like Harry Potter again.
I believe they're labeled, though.
And what's so special about this steel? If it's labeled, perhaps that would help.
Well, it's special because it's the steel I use to make the flail.
That sounds special enough to me.
Indeed, no other steel will do.
Sorry, Christian just asks, was the steel forged by the hands of she? It is superior steel.
Oh, isn't that so cute? You guys were absolutely adorable the first time you rolled through, and I see that you've only... No, dear. We make our own, and then we store it away, and unfortunately, since it's been so long, I seem to have misplaced where I put it.
In this house?
No. It's... Now, this one I do remember. It is in... It is in... Oh, damn, I thought I had... Oh, no, it's not in anything. It's at the docks.
She perks up at this because that means water.
So, yeah, as soon as you bring me those, I will be happy as a clam to make you your flail.
Clams. I say we go that way first.
Well, whatever you need. Go ahead. Shoo. It's a lovely day out. Go. She says, and just kind of like gestures for you guys to go ahead and be on your way, because she's obviously very busy.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Of course. And it is always a treat to see the Kithane make their way through.
Yes, those sheep are adorable, aren't they?
Just so precious. They get so fussy.
Yeah, Misha's this is gonna be funny, I hope. Misha's going to move over towards Charles and kind of reach up and sort of pinch his cheek, and not in a painful way. Just be like, he's just the most precious thing ever, isn't he?
Oh, Lord. Charles, how do you react to the peasant touching?
Well, first of all, I assume it's actually going to be maybe the consistency of his flesh is a little hard to pinch. Because it's actually more like marble. Because it's actually more like actual physical marble in certain respects, that it's like, yeah.
Well, then maybe crinkles it a little bit, but it's still it's still an attempt.
Yeah, exactly. But at that motion, this is the second offense. She has one more. She has one more before the wrath comes down. But there is a look. There's like a gaze. And there's just that smile. That
Gay!
Misha just kind of meets his eyes, literally does not care the fact that she is being blinded and she is squinting. She squints at him real hard. And then she stops and she just grins at him because she's totally just playing with him.
Yep.
And like otherwise she would have been more painful about the things she was doing.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Oh, and once he gets out, he'll realize that. But right now, no.
Nope, not right now.
And anyway, yeah. So she will kind of look at the others and be like, I suppose we should probably go and try to find these things then, huh?
Indeed. Perhaps for that matter of efficiency, perhaps we should split up and return.
Because splitting the party is always great in any D&D game I've ever heard of.
Well, they're not playing D&D, are we?
Carol, could you real fast clarify the side chat, because I think I may have hacked the system.
What?
Like
You play it how you want. I will say that is perfectly fine. Yes.
Because like now that I'm thinking about it, like she was saying the truth because she thinks that that's okay, or at least what she thinks is the truth.
But nobody will believe her.
Well, of course.
Because Puka are super untrustworthy.
Worse than the peasants. I mean, what?
To what Cararis says, Christian turns to him and not surprisingly says, an excellent idea, sir. I propose we two join together.
Oh, thank God. I don't think I could handle you two.
Perhaps we should find the singing and or screaming tree.
But I wanted to find the moaning tree.
Well, that's just too bad, Amber. Come on.
Don't tell me what to do, she says as she follows. Thinking that she's disobeying her.
She just grins back at Amber and keeps going because she's used to this bullshit. This is her life.
Oh, fun. Okay, so
if that seal so much as touches or makes mockery me again, I'll make sure she regrets her days threefold over. He says as he mutters to Christian along the way to wherever they need to go for the tree.
It would be a fate most deserving of that uncouth
since you guys are the masters of bad ideas and divvying out the tasks, the way you're going to find out this tree is by asking people nicely. And then the seal that wants to jump in the water and never return is going to the docks.
Yep.
Great job. So we just
excellent
bad characters now.
Willingly.
Hey, the fact that wanting to be by the ocean is overwhelming, and if I find out there's ocean, I want to go there.
Well, to be honest, it probably would have been really hard to convince her not to anyway. So.
No, but if you'd gone at the same time, you might have had a chance at overpowering me.
Maybe.
Face my giant fox wrath. I will turn into a T-Rex sized fox and fish you out of the ocean.
I love the idea of like a larger than average fox just like saying like, don't tell me what to do.
Just fishing seal out of the ocean like salmon.
Yeah, except that because of Misha's like dex modifiers in the water, which are insane. Yeah, you realize that trying to fish her out when she is in fact like 3 miles from there already is hard.
Not if I'm 3 miles long.
The sky fills with fox.
and all of a sudden that's that song that I keep hearing in my head ever so often. My vagina is 8 miles wide.
No,
oh, God.
Starts playing in my head.
Wait. Wait!
So,
I'm gonna resist.
Celibate! Anyway.
You are in a neighborhood, a very pleasant neighborhood filled with, well, chimerical type folks. Peasants.
I'm not quite to the point where I'm not quite to the point yet where I won't even like acknowledge or speak with them.
Yep.
But there's still this thing of like, how are they even worth hearing the words of the keeper of the diamond word? Christian, would you perhaps wish to ask around?
Christian nods, and then he puts his legs into his horse to actually gallop off down the street. It's a street, right?
Uh-huh.
So then he cups his hands to his mouth and shouts, "You peasants, lend me your ears. This Sir Cararis, the keeper of the diamond word, he wish to address you." and he'll actually use grandeur. Try to draw up a crowd.
Okay, that's the sovereign part cantrip, right?
Yep.
Sovereign 2, yeah.
Okay, roll.
Doesn't even. It's base difficulty 6, and doesn't even need to use glamour at this point. That's awesome.
And we'll say that as a bunk, that's 1.
Oh,
Just-
diff 5.
Yeah, generally shrieking at people.
Well, 1 success.
So like a couple of people, curious individuals, wander by and start just open mouth staring at the she. Struck dumb by your beauty.
Well done, Christian.
Yeah, he, like the Pied Piper, leads the commoners back to Cararis on his horse.
Good day.
Several of them start weeping.
That's kind of how Misha feels at the moment.
We have been tasked by the mother of this fine neighborhood to find either the shrieking tree or the singing tree. We wish to know which is the true tree and the direction of such tree.
So, what is your, I guess, manipulation expression?
I believe that's 10.
Okay. And we're going to go ahead and make this a diff 8.
Because they're just like, that, and also I'm just like, oh.
You're just coming across like a D-bag, yes.
Yes, of course.
Let's see. 1 success. Congratulations. And 10 dice.
It's all I need. They're too busy weeping.
Yes. Through the tears, a little old lady stands up and just like is wiping away at her cataract covered eyes. And smiles a toothless smile. You're so beautiful, my lord. Thank you for gracing us with your voice. The tree that you need. And she starts weeping again. It's the tree. And you cannot make out which it was that she said. And it's in that forest there. And she points to a road that leads out of the town into a forest of twisted trees.
Great blessings upon you, madam.
The people who have gathered scream in delight at this blessing placed upon this old woman. Screaming intensifies. Perhaps you should.
Christian, to the woods.
As you travel to the woods, we're going to go ahead and cut to Misha and Amber. Misha, since you feel the draw of the sea, you can probably locate the where the docks would be with a perception alertness roll.
That's what I was hoping you'd say, because I was going to ask that if you didn't offer it.
Yeah. We're going to say, just standard diff too. So
1
success. You feel a tug towards the ocean, pulling you towards the west, I guess. Not that it matters. What is the west in the dreaming?
A direction. There is a direction, and I feel it that way.
Yes.
She's, instead of saying something to Amber, she's just going to sort of touch her, her head, like on the back of her head, and sort of attempt to angle her in the direction that she's going. Because saying things tends to be saying things to it tends to get a little convoluted sometimes. She's just going to not say anything.
I mean, she looks up and then is kind of like does the thing where you like tilt your head so that you can scratch at like the better part, like right behind the ear, but she'll keep following.
I mean, if you look like you like it, she'll totally like keep doing it. That's fine.
Scratch right there.
So totally spot she doesn't want you to scratch, but that's another story.
I mean, if she hates it, she'll push me off. So,
are you sure, given her condition?
Her condition currently is like speaking in a double negative.
Yeah, like it's very weird because I feel like I've hacked it. I found a glitch in the Matrix. This is the one place I can't tell the truth. I don't think I'm telling the truth, but I am.
Who knows what's going to happen as you go deeper? She's just going to start shrieking.
Now we'll really know what the fox says.
Yep.
Yeah, in Arcadia is where we actually hear nothing but that song being played over and over.
Ding, 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 ding.
We finally got you to do that insane.
I know.
Oh, God. This is something that I really need to be able to tell William about.
You hear that, LWoD? You're welcome.
But yeah. So yeah, she's pretty much kind of following her nose, if you know what I mean. Like she's getting this really intense look on her face as she's just kind of keeps walking in that direction. Yeah, and just kind of keeps going and going until we get there. Preferably assuming Amber's pretty much at her side.
Yeah.
As you travel along, the scent of the sea becomes even stronger, and after about maybe an hour's walk, it's hard to tell in the dreaming, but hour-ish, you see the sun like reflecting off of the water in the distance.
Pause in awe as I see the water. And then start moving again really fast because I see the water.
Roll me perception alertness.
Both of us or just Misha?
Both of you.
Based on what sets?
Eyes.
All right.
3. Unless it's higher diff.
No.
4.
All right. You see selkies.
Oh, God.
Moving into the water.
Oh.
I'm gonna bite down on whatever Misha's like wearing to hold her in place.
I think we might have to have a strength roll. I feel that might be a thing, but it really depends on what Carol tells me.
Yeah, go for it. If you're gonna bolt towards the selkies,
I think she would have enough care to throw her bag off at least because she doesn't want Inaba in there at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Inaba is not prepared. But yeah, like to at least do that much, and then yeah, so strength roll, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird because a fox has one less strength, but one more brawl than Amber does, so it's the same dice pool.
Okay, I was gonna say if you want to look up like the larger dogs.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me see. There's a wolf, which is strength 4.
Okay, we'll go with that then.
Okay. Athletics or brawl?
Athletics, I believe.
Oh God, this is. I'm a
werewolf. unless you're trying to tackle her, then.
I'm just trying to like get her to stay.
You're basically trying to draw my attention off of it a little bit and give me that minute to get myself together. I get what you're going for.
4 athletics is also 4. Yikes. only 2 though.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to get my dice pool. I don't do strength very often. 3.
Okay, so you managed to shake the fox.
And bolt. He said, start running at this point, which I imagine if you wanted to give chase, you could.
Yeah, I'm gonna at least try. Which I have a specialty in running, apparently.
Mine would just be Dex Athletics at this point, so I'm not in the water yet. No extra special anything. I got 0, so you can probably get me if you get anything.
Oh, Dex Athletics? We're rolling that? Okay, let's do...
This is for if you want to catch me.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a 10, so that's 4 successes.
Awesome. So you catch her. What do you do with your quarry?
You catch up to me. Yeah, at that point you probably could pounce me. I don't know.
No, I was just gonna get in front of her and like sort of try to like block the way, sort of like stand blocking her, and say, Misha, we absolutely have time to play right now. Do you want to play with me?
She just kind of narrows her eyes a second, that looks over her at the water and the Selkies. It looks so sad.
This hurts, Amber, to do. Should I be rolling banality?
I'm gonna give you banality. This is the best.
Because my legacy is about never do anything to make someone else unhappy.
I know.
Oh, no.
I know it is, and that's why it cracks me up so hard.
I don't even know how antithesis works in the deep dream.
Oh, this isn't her antithesis. Her antithesis would be acting out of malice. This is her legacy.
Okay. I'm not gonna make you roll banality.
Okay. So this just physically hurts a lot.
Yeah, just.
Or maybe I switch courts.
In the arms of the angels.
I guess I switch courts. I mean, it makes more sense. All right, let's do that.
Okay.
Puka!
Unslee Amber.
Oh dear God.
It's actually not that different from regular Amber, to be honest.
So the harem just expands? Is that what we're going to be looking at?
We don't know.
Untamed, unchecked, fucking at will. Anyway.
Consent is important, kids. Okay, so anyways.
What I'm gonna do is roll willpower at this point, because I don't know what's going on in her head at this point. It's too soon for me to know what happened to her.
Yeah.
Like I won't know that for a few minutes. So I will roll willpower. That seems to be my best option.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, do I pass that.
Oh, good.
Like a lot passing it. Okay. So she still looks, she just has this look in her eye like, I mean, you know she wants to be there.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something sort of clicks and she kind of pulls herself together a little bit.
Or just kind of nods and we'll start trotting off going, just keep swimming, just keep swimming.
That doesn't seem like it would help, but okay.
That doesn't help whatsoever. But what does help is that since she threw her bag off and Anaba kind of flew through the air, probably Anaba at this point kind of comes up and starts sniffing at her feet like, what's wrong?
Yes. And since you are indeed deep dreaming, Anaba has a much more real quality to her. Much sturdier build.
That will also drag her back a little bit. And she will pick up Anaba, just kind of be like, I'm sorry. And then go try and just carry her on her shoulder as she goes to pick up her bag again.
Steel! Here, Steel! Not seal, Steel with a T, just in case. I know there's, just in case there are any seals around. Steel!
Don't push it, Amber.
Steel!
Oh no. Finally, as you continue on, you see the docks. Well, first you actually see like the masts of ships and stuff appear. And as you continue traveling, the docks. Yes, and the Selkie still swimming from the harbor out far into the sea, which is what you saw at the top of the hill.
Like her eyes are on them the entire time.
So many of them.
This is where they'll hide. I need to figure out how to get back here.
There's pretty the word I'm looking for? Homogenous in race.
Oh, so okay. Is that enough for it to, can I maybe roll Grammaire or something like that to figure out that these aren't really necessarily, these are probably chimerical Selkies.
Oh, they're not chimerical. They're just they they haven't been reincarnating because they stayed here. So they're like the original like Irish Selkies. Their coats were theirs. But you can roll to know that.
Yeah, okay. I also have Selkie lore. What would you prefer?
You can, whichever one's better for you.
I think they're honestly both at one. So
Lore it
is. Yeah, I don't think she's never been strong on this stuff. Maybe let me make sure with my Grammaire. I should actually buy that up. She's earned it now, finally.
Mm-hmm.
Having used it a few times. Yeah. All right. Here we go. It's 3 successes.
Yes. These people are more Selkie than like the average Selkie you've ever met. Any Selkie you've ever met. They are their eyes are just the dark sealy pools, but their hair is red and long and wraps around them. They're enchanting. Like their laughter is just bubbles from them as they splash in the pool. They dive in human, they come up seal, and it's gorgeous to watch.
She wants to play still, not gonna lie. She wants to, does she think there's any way she could find her way back here sometime?
I mean, you guys have traveled through 2 trods that closed behind you. It would probably be very difficult, not something you could easily do on your own. But, I mean, quests are a possibility.
It's something to put in the back of her head for the moment, then.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. She'll keep going and kind of wave at them as she's passing by. She's the only one with dark skin. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. But, they don't seem racist. They wave and smile, and some of them, like, give the, like, beckoning, like, hand waves. Like, they're having so much fun. They're in the ocean.
See, they definitely want you.
You're not helping.
Wasn't trying to.
Good. Let's go.
I'm having to do so much mental gymnastics.
And she's just, like, kind of holding on to Anaba like for dear life. Like that's kind of her lifeline into keeping into like land folk stuff right now.
As soon as you get gills, we're never being seen again.
That's kind of how she feels at this exact moment. Yes.
Roll willpower again, by the way, to see if your clothes are still even remotely comfortable. Bump that difficulty up 1.
Fair enough. That's so funny. I get naked.
Well,
no, don't do that.
It wouldn't be naked, but anyway.
Amber would truly hate that were to happen.
It would be so awful. I'm good.
Okay, yeah, you're fine.
Still kind of itchy and stuff, but she's putting up with it.
It's okay. You'll get to roll again once you are actually on the docks. Right where you can feel the mist of this chimerical sea.
Fantastic.
Yay!
I'm excited. Okay, so we're going to the docks, and she said that this stuff was supposed to be in a room filled with boxes, so it's probably actually like a warehouse or something, not actually the sea.
Well, the docks actually have like a couple of like buildings next to them, like a port, so there's some bars and places where people are going in and out of. So you could probably go somewhere and ask about the boxes.
We could ask the Selkies.
You could ask the Selkies.
She says that out loud, actually.
Hold on. Give Lily 2 seconds.
2 seconds to figure how loud she can scream no.
I think you're very wrong about that.
she just blinks at her and she's like, I know, and starts walking towards the Selkies.
This is how we all died.
Like I said, you guys are terrible at divvying up the responsibilities here.
She's holding on to Inaba as a reminder that she can't go too far. Like, you know what I mean?
This is how she drowns the rabbit.
She's just holding onto her, just like, no, land, must stay on land.
Having William around at this point would have been really good. I mean, it could have gone either way. He probably would have killed Charles.
Or Bill Freedom. Bill would have just stood in front of her and said no.
Greetings, seal brethren. Do you know where the steel is?
The Selkie that you are talking to are female. Oh, so nice to meet you. We don't often get to see a lot of land dwellers talking to us.
Oh, you're so nice.
She just gives you like a stare with those giant black seal eyes.
She's just going to kind of look to Amber and just then turn back to them and be like, we're on a quest. We're trying to find a box that has some steel in it that the mother put in a room full of boxes. Do you know where that'd be at?
Oh, that doesn't sound like very much fun. How about you come for a swim? The water is perfect.
I believe you. Believe me. I believe you. And I hope I can, but right now we have to do this.
One of the other Selkies is kind of like treading water and thinking for a moment. I haven't seen the mother around here in a while, but I think, and she points to a building like near some of the ships. I think it might be that one. I think it might be locked, though. Is that going to be a problem for you?
No.
You didn't bring your lockpicks?
I always have my lock picks. And she just turns. She kind of grits her teeth and gives like one more longing glance at the Selkies as she kind of iron wills her way out of there.
Thank you, seals.
Anytime. And then you hear just like the splash, splash, splash of them doing like dives into the water, and then the gentle harping of seals as they shift freely back and forth between their forms.
This water's so much cleaner than New York.
So much cleaner, and it sparkles in the sunlight.
Sparkles are the best part.
Pure, ideal H2O.
Why, yes, we are going back to the she. The long road to the Twisted Forest is dusty, unpaved, and generally barely traveled. Vanessa didn't quite keep up with Misha and Amber's sprint towards the sea, so she's kind of trailing behind the two of you, trying to make herself useful.
As we barely pay her any mind.
I wouldn't imagine you would. She's not attractive. All toothless and Gumby. So.
Well, if we need to speak with her, we will speak to her when we desire. Regardless, on this path towards this forest. I'm just stating.
Yes. I thought you were going to say that you're going to do something like pompous.
No. I'm being pompous enough as it is by ignoring everything.
Pompous jackassery.
Sorry, Christian. He might have let the Slua on his horse if Kararis wasn't riding on the back, but she'd have had to ask.
You probably wouldn't have heard her. She is at that like mouth, like you have to like lean in to hear her when she speaks. So she probably wouldn't have asked anyways. You guys are very, very pretty. And she is not. But yeah, the road ahead leads to just very tightly clustered, twisted trees, some of them twisted together in an impassable tangle of wood. Gonna go in, gonna walk around, gonna investigate, poke a tree, just chop down anything.
I think some investigation would be good.
Yes.
Christian will, since he's on his horse, he'll just go scout around the immediate perimeter, see what he sees, but return back.
Charles will take a more deeper look into what's in front of him and try to at least glean the way through, or what might be necessary in order to make the way through, or if what they seek is actually on the borderline.
As you move closer to the trees, you hear like soft music coming from within like the core of the tree. Like it sounds like it's inside. But roll perception, alertness.
8 dice, please.
None for Christian. It's at a higher difficulty to hear a Slua right now. And 1 for Charles. Vanessa's talking. And it's very hard to hear what she's saying, but you make out that she said the old lady said, and you can't quite tell if she is singing or screaming. And she bows after she says what she said.
Charles then turns, Karash then turns to her. And he holds up 1 for singing, 2 for screaming. He's like 1 finger, 2 finger.
She, while groveling in the gravel, she holds up her hand with 2 fingers stretched outward.
Screaming. So it has to be screaming. Christian, upon figuring out a way to get in, we must discover what the screaming wood.
Like, I guess he didn't see anything in his quick ride around, but I do not understand.
You hear the singing?
Does he?
Did you? The first perception alertness I made you guys do was for whether or not you hear the singing, I think. So if you want to roll again to see if you hear it now. Go ahead. Yeah. You hear like light music coming from inside the trunks of these trees.
Christian turns his head, angling his ears towards the sound. I hear the singing coming from the trees, yes. But I hear it, I think, from all of the trees.
Exactly. Which is why we must find the one that is screaming, or make them scream.
Make them scream. I would not have thought of such a tact.
Well, perhaps I can make this entire wood scream.
The worst. As you're talking about making
nature. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Say, as you're talking about making the forest scream, this chimerical forest scream. Yeah, Vanessa is just kind of like cowering and like slithering backwards away from you in just abject terror of this, marble god talking about horrors.
Marble god and golden god. Don't forget the currency.
Yes.
We are blinding beyond power beyond power.
But Charles has a murderous mane, which is what that sort of like factor is what she's reacting to at the moment, actually.
I will make this forest scream. Oh dear God.
He's going to like her thoughts are ranging anywhere from he's going to torture these trees to oh shit, he's gonna turn me into a tree and make me scream and I wasn't gonna even be able to hear it. So
Christian strokes his chin. And sir, how would you propose to make the wood scream? Sing at it?
As he turns to the woods at large, he stretches out his hands. And he stares at the woods in form around him. Such sweet voices they sing with at the cores of their beings. Let the cores of their melody become shrieks of terror, of fear, of horror. And I'm going to nickname the trees Terrified.
cool.
Now here's my question. Is this a nature roll or still a fey roll since it's the dreaming?
Well, since Charles decided to leap straight into terrifying, they are fucking inanimate. You're awful. You are awful people. So
hello, how's it going?
The trees are petrified.
anyways, so go ahead and cast your crap as Faye.
Okay. So with his words, does that a -1 on that?
Yeah, -1. So I guess diff 5.
Diff 5,
right?
7 dice.
Yeah.
Diff 5, 7 dice. By the way, I did release the cockatrices in the previous one.
Oh, thank God you failed.
No.
You got all these 10s and 9s, and then 1s canceled out all of them.
Oh, wow. That's hysterical. Anyway.
Just thank God.
Otherwise, the shrieking woods.
Think of what your traveling companion has besides being Gumby. I'm just saying. you would have melted her brain with the noise.
Oh no. So Charles does this, and there's the silence, and there's just nothing but the singing of the woods, and he just sort of hisses at this, and he's like, once again, I am reminded of the frailties of what I once was and now have become. We're going to have to listen to every tree as we go further in, find the one that's shrieking.
Christian puts his legs into his horse and trots closer to the edge of the forest. It may move faster if we split up yet again, and yet I am hesitant to leave your presence.
Oh my god.
Seriously?
Your loyalty is appreciated, Christian, but time is of a degree of essence. We shall take this road. We shall return within the hour.
Yeah, Vanessa has slinked off, by the way.
Of course.
Yeah.
Good. That's fine. Who cares?
Yeah, sure.
What's that? The guide that opened the trot? Nah.
Not important.
Yep, she's meandered into the forest. Do any of you guys know what the Sluag's abilities are?
No.
Neither?
Not out of character.
Out of character, they have heightened senses. Like, they hear things really well.
Mm-hmm.
See if that clicks in anything.
Yeah, let's see if Charles remembers that.
Okay, intelligence changeling lore, I guess.
So I got 7 dice for me.
Okay.
You monster.
Okay, yes, you know what the Sluag are capable of.
Hold on. Where has Vanessa gone up to? Why do I sound so British and snobby? Anyway.
You lost your ST.
God damn it. It's because of that British snobbiness.
Anarchy!
Apparently, we now have an Unseelie Anarchy Fox going on.
Woo!
I was always an anarchist. Now I'm just unseelie.
Good news, everyone.
Oh.
So Carol, apparently my fucking
What did you do? What happened? We all got booted.
Did I get booted?
We all did. We're all rejoining the chat.
Huh, weird.
Yeah.
It booted me at the same time, I think.
Yeah, it booted all of us.
Everybody?
Michael was just complaining about something happening to him.
All right.
I got... So it either booted all of us or most of us.
Well, we're still live.
Yes.
I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so perception alertness to see if you saw where Vanessa went.
Okay, so then 8 dice.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. Yeah, like upon realizing your trusty servant has wandered off just when she would be of use to you. You see a motion in the woods, and as it kind of slithers around, kind of gently stroking the trees and putting her ear against the trunk. You see like the tree like reaching down and like petting her hair because she's kind of whispering at it. It's like giving her like a pat on the back. Like, no, it's okay. No, they're all like this. Comforting the poor sloth as she like not at high speed, like very casually having these very whispered conversations with each tree. Again, with no sense of urgency.
Yep. In fact, Charles is going to approach very slowly, or Karais, I should say.
She like looks up at him in fear.
And he smiles. Oh, he smiles.
She like grabs the tree she's talking to and like puts part of herself behind it.
You know which one? Do they know which one is the one that screams?
She nods.
Will they guide us there?
She shakes her head.
Why not?
She thinks for a moment and then makes the like drawing across her throat, like killing motion. And then like a no gesture.
Who said we needed to kill it? We only need some of it. Perhaps there's bits of it that is willing to give.
You can roll perception alertness to see if you can hear what she says in response.
Sure, go for it.
Okay, what's your what's your dice pool? 7?
8.
8, okay.
8.
Sorry, did we split up or is that both of us?
If you followed him, that's fine. Vanessa's the more sneaky of the two of them, anyways. You got one success. You hear her whisper something along the lines of, "Would you be willing to?" And then it just kind of fades out.
Tricky proposition. And he looks at the trees for but the moment. Sorry, for some reason my brain just farted. I don't know where I'm going with this. It's a shame. Perhaps there is a way. There's always something. There's always a way to make something equal, something even. Perhaps there's something we can do for the screaming tree to balance the cost.
You see her lips move again. Gonna try listening to it. Christian, if you followed, you can roll to hear too.
Yeah, I was just away from the keyboard.
Okay. Charles, you get to hear the full sentence for once.
Oh, thank God. Finally.
Got an 8.
Oh wait, good listen. What good? Oh man, I forget about good listener every time one of these things happen. Anyway,
but that's more. That's more of a
gather information thing rather than.
Yeah. She says they want to protect it. It is precious to them. It is their darling.
Others have come for the wood of the screaming tree before, haven't they? How'd they procure it before? Without
and she puts her mouth very close to the tree and asks. Her eyes widen and tears kind of start to form at the corners of her milky white eyes and kind of pour over her hollow sunken cheeks. And she looks up at Charles and shakes her head no. Like in fear, like I don't want to tell you.
They always cut it down, didn't they?
She nods.
Well. A unfortunate circumstance. We need the wood, and yet comes to the decisions not easily made. Did anyone ever find an alternative to the wood? Or is there one?
She leans and speaks to the tree again. And she pulls back and shakes her head no.
The wood is needed. No, sorry. Go ahead, Christian. Go ahead, Christian.
Yeah. Christian, for his part, since this sort of thing isn't really his strong suit, he's just been listening and trying to think, but he's not coming up with anything.
Well, it is unfortunate, but
you can try and manipulate her into telling you where the tree is anyways, if you'd like.
Oh, yeah, no.
Absolutely awful right now.
Yeah, I am. I am absolutely awful. And, well, perhaps the screaming tree itself might be able to offer an alternative. Perhaps if we met it itself, it could give us options.
Roll, I guess, if you're trying to lie her into a sense of belief, manipulation subterfuge.
Yep, that's 10 dice.
Of course it is. You monster.
Yes. If I think it's where's the fucking specialties right now? Sorry. Because I'm monster.
What is your specialty? Because you've got like 3 exploding 10s.
Okay, sorry. My where is it? Sorry. Subversive and cunning.
Yep. So that's 1, 2, 6, 7 successes. Her eyes brighten. This idea of hope. Of course, you're clever. You'll come up with an alternative. And she like pats the tree and like whispers something like reassuring to it, you presume. And she beckons you towards the woods as you see like the trees kind of reach at her because they are not quite sure they believe him. But like they're trees and can't run after her. But yes, she leads you into the center of the forest where there is a single sapling. And from it is coming what sounds to be the wail of a very young person, since kids don't exist. And now we're going to go ahead and cut back to our animal friends.
Yay! At least the awful people get to deal with the moral dilemma.
You're more awful than I am.
You there, Lily?
Okay.
Lily.
Sorry, I'm here. I just need more poking.
That's why I was poking. That is exactly why I poked. I mean, I can do this all by myself. I don't need you, but no, I'm just kidding.
Oh, well, thanks. I feel so used.
No, realize everything she says is a lie. She desperately needs you.
That's a good point.
Okay. So, yeah. We were heading towards that building, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Willpowering my way through this walk.
Yes. Dex larceny.
Sure. Dex larceny. Which is... see, my larceny's 4. Is my steady hands going to apply?
Yep.
Let's hope for a 10. No 10s, but I got 3 6s.
All right. The lock to the building that the Selkies directed you to pops open after some wiggling and jiggery pokery.
She just looks at Amber and shrugs. Like, this is probably, none of this is a shock to her at this point.
Yeah, she looks like she's going to follow Misha's lead on this.
Okay, yeah, so she will, like, twist the doorknob and, like, listen for any sounds from inside?
There is no sound coming from inside. There is just rows and rows of hundreds of boxes. They have words on them. They are in fact labeled, but it is in a language you do not recognize.
Okay. She will look at Amber and shrug.
Amber, roll perception alertness.
What is this based on?
Sight.
Is it a sort of a symbol?
4 successes.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
How many? What? I did. Oh, let me just look.
I thought she said 4, but I might have misheard.
Yes, she did get 4. Okay. You notice that there are keyholes on each of the boxes that are pretty small, but you do have an adjustable size right now. Lily, you are muted. One moment. I need to go.
Yeah, go handle it.
Hold on, I got it. Okay. I'm back. What was that?
There are keyholes that lead into each of the boxes, but your size is adjustable. So ponder that for a moment.
Okay, cool.
My vagina is 8 miles wide. It's a musical interlude, guys. At least I didn't say the next line. If you guys know the next line, you understand why it's best I don't say it.
Good gravy. The scene is running so much longer than I figured it would.
Yeah, we can try
The
to
moral dilemma of killing saplings is another story.
Okay, so yes, holes that lead into the inside of the boxes. And you do have your animal senses available to you as well. Spinelli.
Was that a point to have me use some kind of senses?
Yeah, like, if you want to sniff around and maybe be a tiny fox for a moment.
Okay, I can
peek
do that.
inside creep through.
I think I think I'm tracking with both my wolf, quote unquote wolf and fox.
Okay.
But I have more survival tracking actually as a wolf.
Go for it.
What is this other than survival? Perception?
Yes.
I was going to say, I can if she mentions what's going on there, I could potentially try to look at some of the ones at my level.
Yeah.
You're like, there's definitely we'll describe it in like the opposite manner that it is because she likes being confusing.
Because she's at maximum puka.
6, and this is smell. I don't think I get a minus difficulty or anything. I have 3 successes. Oh, 4 because I have a specialty in tracking in this form.
Awesome. Most of the boxes smell like things like old clothes. Some smell like mothballs. There are only 2 that smell like they have metal inside. They're like near the center. And they're both labeled differently.
What are they labeled as?
They're labeled in language you do not recognize.
Damn it. What if we shake them or like pick them up and shake them? Like, can we do that?
They are very, very heavy boxes.
And she said we could only take one. Picking up might be considered taking.
What if we like shifted it like on the table, like rocked it around on the table without picking it up?
No.
Look as we bend the rules. Okay.
Is it only one person can take one box, or only one box can be taken and then like the place self-destructs?
You take one and the others are completely inaccessible afterwards.
Okay. Trying to figure out. So she's saying that, do you tell me these things or in some way hint that what's going on here?
Yeah, so she'll say, no metal in this one, no metal in this one.
Oh, good. We didn't want any metal. I have a bit of an idea, but I'm not sure if it's going to work.
Ooh, I could ask the boxes. I could not ask the boxes.
I mean, that is a good idea. My option is a little less dependable, so I suggest that idea.
All right, I'll pick one of the boxes and
hope
for my bunk.
Box? You're gonna hope it's not a puka box.
For my bunk, I'm going to say, "What does the box say?" Ring ding 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 ding.
-2 because that's adorable.
All right. It is prop. I'm assuming it's a higher prop than I have, right?
It might be. It's a chimerical box, but
Yeah, I only have prop 1 ornate garb, so I'll be cracking dross. That's how this works, right?
Mm-hmm.
/ there's so much glamour here.
Yes.
All right.
Actually, you don't have to spend glamour in here, do you?
Nope.
Because it's the dream.
Oh, sweet. So I don't even have. Awesome. This is great. I love this, but I still have nightmare dice. So I'm literally just rolling my 1 thing from prop and 1 thing, and my primal, right? So
Yeah.
4, 10, and that makes my difficulty what?
Let's see. You're adding something, but it's subtracting 1 because of the dreaming. But in subtracting 2, I don't know. I think 4.
Okay. And I mean, all of these are nightmare dice, so here we go.
All right.
Hey, I get 2 nightmare, but I get 2 successes.
Okay. One of the boxes is like, no, it's not me, which by process of elimination means it's the other one.
But I don't believe that box because I think it's lying.
You do think everything's lying. So you can do a willpower roll to explain this.
Okay.
Difficulty,
This is so bizarre.
difficulty 9 at this point for you.
Nope.
No. Sweet. I don't even know what to do with you guys if you fail.
No, so here's what she's gonna do, because this is what she'd do anyway. She'd say, this box says that it is, and this box says that it isn't. Therefore, we take this box.
Misha's just gonna reach over and grab the one that said it was. Like before she can even, before Amber decides to shift from Fox and become and grab. You see what I'm saying?
I don't even know which one that is with this game of cups and balls that's going
So
on.
hold on. There's A and B. So let's say A is and B isn't. I said that B is. No, wait. I'm telling the truth because I think that it's the opposite. So I say that A is and B isn't, which is A is the one that she grabs. She got it.
Okay.
That's so convoluted.
See, cups and balls is what I.
The game of pukas is the most mysterious game.
Well, it's a good thing the puka translator went with the puka.
Yes.
In the game of puka, you live or you get screwed over. I don't know.
I mean, at least we hope it's right. Either way, she just kind of just tries to basically dives down before you can shift and do whatever you're thinking.
So as you grab the box, the other boxes all like you hear like this like of like metal sort of like fusing shut, and they all seem to fuse to the floor as well. But other than that, everything's fine.
So Amber's gonna say, "You got the right one."
We'll find out in a minute.
That's the most confusing thing I've ever done.
Once you leave, roll your willpower again to not dive into the ocean.
With the box.
With the box.
With the box.
That is 0.
0 successes.
Right.
Cool.
But since it's not a botch, I would ask for the willpower to roll willpower again to at least toss the box to the side like I did with Anaba before.
Okay. Knock your socks off.
If not, I could try to wrestle it from you.
I totally get that one.
Okay,
All
so Misha throws aside the box and begins her yeah.
She gets bolting.
Yes.
Since I got that many successes, can I also get Inaba off of me again?
Yeah.
Okay.
The way I would figure it is like you're just going to be shedding stuff because you want to get down to your seal skin. So
I could do a couple horrible things.
Well, we've already traveled down this ambiguous morality road all around, so please go for it.
I mean,
I can tell you she would have started with kicking off shoes. That is the first thing that would have gone.
I'm so okay. I'm gonna try with just mundane stuff first because I have okay social stats. The trick is, how am I gonna do this?
I don't know.
Oh god. Okay, hold on. I gotta think about this. So she's. I don't believe that she's actually gonna go in the water.
This is obviously a
Actually, she didn't say anything. This is not. She didn't say anything, so it's not a lie.
Oh, okay. So she looks like she's going in the water. So I'm gonna try to tell her not to.
Looks like she's going to, unless you don't trust her eyes.
Okay. So she's gonna essentially just after seeing that the box is okay, walk just like trot in front of her, try to block her view, and she's going to say, Misha, if you go there, you know you're absolutely going to be able to come back with us. And our way back was already so very clear. And who we are seems so false here, which is why we absolutely must stay. Because we feel so comfortable here, and it doesn't scare us at all. And I'm not scared of what's going to happen to you if you go out there. And I very much want to have to make another memorial drink for you.
Oh, that last part is what really would have got her attention.
So you can roll, manipulation empathy, I think would be a good one.
Okay.
And versus willpower, I guess, if you still want to, yeah.
I don't know if my merit's going to come in here. Probably not, because she's not talking to me. I'm talking to her.
Mm-hmm.
This wouldn't be charisma?
I can take charisma, yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I'm being genuine.
Yeah.
I don't think my insightful does, but does my magnetic?
Yes.
All right. Bam!
I just got 3 to your 0.
Yep. Misha's still seaward bound.
There's a definite twitch, and that makes it. No, thinking about the last thing you said is actually what makes her want to go there more. Because she doesn't have to think about Maxine if she's in the water.
Sure. Okay. Excuse me while I do some arts.
Yeah, but that's my way of translating the successes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. No, that makes sense. Let's do. I might be able to just drag you back.
Okay, try.
I'm gonna try that first, and then I'm gonna go to arts because I really don't want to have to use my arts on you because they're kind of shitty. I'd feel bad. So first I'm gonna grapple her.
Mm-hmm. So Dex brawl.
Okay.
Or is it strength brawl?
It's strength brawl to grapple.
Okay.
Strength brawl. Okay.
And I need to roll mine against yours.
Right.
It's an automatic thing.
Go. Both of you.
I have 2.
I have 1. So you got.
All right. What do I roll to drag?
Strength. Yeah, strength athletics.
Strength athletics. Okay, it's the same dice pool.
It's
not.
Do I get an automatic? Well, no, but I would if we're going in turns like this. Then this turn, I would be trying to break free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can do your I guess strength athletics.
5 successes to drag.
All right.
I'll attempt it. I might match it.
Okay.
I did not match it, although I did do pretty well.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
you did pretty well.
you got me.
The fox drags the seal from the sea. No.
While like kicking the box all over the place. Or no, wait. Can I ask Anaba to pick up the box?
Anaba is smallish.
Can I ask Anaba to nudge along the box?
I don't know. It's only got like 1 willpower, so I don't know how.
Well, let me find its strength because I do have it. Does have strength. And in the dreaming, its stats would be exactly that. Strength is only 1, however. I doubt that's going to work very well.
It would just be pushing its head along a box that stays put. Because it's a box filled with steel.
I mean, Amber could also just use her head, but like, that's just wild.
She actually does have Dex 3 though, if that helps at all.
you can roll your willpower again, Misha, to see if like being dragged snaps you out of your your seaward inclination.
What's my diff?
We're gonna put it at 9.
That's a botch.
Oh God. Yeah, this is just too much for you.
I'm gonna continue to struggle even though I'm failing.
Yeah. It's like heartbreaking how much that sea is calling to you. Never before has anything seemed so much like a homeward destination as in the company of those Selkie who have never had to pass on their skins. The realization that one day that skin won't belong to you also just sort of makes it sting all that much more. So,
do I have to keep rolling to drag?
It's a continued. I mean, usually if we're in an ish, like every turn, both parties have to roll, and if you keep me in the grapple, then you get to roll damage if you want to. But if you don't, but you don't have to. You don't have to. Yeah, it's bashing. But you don't. I feel
like if I knocked you out, this would be a lot easier.
No, kids. This is why you don't split the party.
I mean, on the other hand, she might let me have a willpower, roll every now and then as well. Yeah. So it might
increase or decrease as I damage you.
Willpower doesn't go away.
Yeah, no, it's staying where it is unless you want to spend a willpower next time. So, but
I'm not sure she would be thinking I'm gonna be strong. I don't think she's thinking that at the moment. Do you?
Probably not. No, since she's already associated with the sea with, I wouldn't have to think about my losses there. And that botch is just, it's.
I'm not spending willpower. I don't think it makes sense.
Yeah, your resistance is gone.
Unless it comes back naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much damage do I roll?
Well, we'd have to roll because you didn't really do it this turn, I don't think. I mean, unless she calls it a different way.
This might be a good time to roll out those arts.
I could just make her, I feel like at this point I can't make her desire me more than she desires the ocean. And my only other thing would be to use like wind or something to like push her forward, or like stones to hold her down in one place, which is what I'm doing already.
Good point.
It's a good thing I'm running on instinct, or I'd be pulling out arts.
Huh.
We can just play this out and see how it goes. I mean, if you're gonna damage me. Do your thing.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll your strength.
Strength brawl?
Yeah, strength brawl.
Brawl.
3.
What is this? 7.
Sad thing is I don't actually want to do well here.
I have 4 successes.
Good. Okay, so you have the option to do bashing if you want, or do something else.
I mean, I want to drag you.
Okay. I mean, I'm assuming that is happening.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, if you have had hold of me this long, you can certainly be inching me away, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, can I roll some bashing?
Yeah, you can roll bashing.
What is that, just straight strength?
Yeah.
I will be attempting to soak here in a moment.
Okay.
I get 0, so you don't take any anyway.
I soak it.
But go ahead and roll willpower again with that that new...
Div 10 now?
No, so we're sticking at 9. Unless you botch or something.
Yay!
Finally! As your friend, your dear friend struggles to keep you out of the ocean, it dawns on you that maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't go full sulky just yet. Don't break hearts, Misha. As Naba gives you the head tilt of confusion of what the hell is going on.
And she hears Maxine's voice in her head saying, What the hell you doing? Sounds about right, doesn't it?
Something. Yeah, this seems like a great idea.
Yeah, you're one to tell me about good ideas.
I have a lifeguard. You don't.
I don't need a lifeguard.
Apparently, you do.
Excuse me, I'm your lifeguard. I'm just going to join you. Oh,
Aw, sadness.
I know. I'm gonna stop that now. And basically, what sort of happens is she just kind of goes limp.
Oh my god, I brought her to life.
I mean, she's looking at you. She's just stopped fighting.
Do you want me to keep dragging you?
I don't care.
Become a very large box.
Maybe I like having you on top, Amber.
It looks kind of pathetic because she's dragging with like her mouth and then like kicking along the box with her foot.
This scene. Oh god. All right. Guys, I need to like put my children to bed. And we have not finished the mother segment of a 3-part segment. If you want to do part 2 in like 30 minutes, we can, if you guys are up for it.
Sure, that's fine.
I'm game.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so part 1 is wrapping with the revelations of the she and the collection of steel by the animal affinity team. So we'll be back, and thank you players for playing. Thank you watchers for watching.
See you in 30 minutes.